Hello, today we're going to be making some bistec con papa and chile verde. So we're going to be making some steak with potatoes and green salsa. We have here 2 pounds of shredded meat. I have six potatoes, which I'm going to peel and dice. I have 12 green tomatoes for the salsa. 2 chile serranos. If you don't want it that spicy, you could just add 1. It's depending on you. Some cilantro and 2 small pieces of onion. Okay, we're gonna start by boiling on the water. We're gonna put the green tomatoes. We're gonna put the chile. I'm gonna put 2 because I like it spicy, so let's put 2. Then we're gonna put this in and let them boil. It's about 2 cups of water in here. And we're gonna just wait and let that boil. And also a tablespoon of salt for the salsa. Now we're gonna peel the potatoes. While we're peeling the potatoes, we're gonna turn on the stove for a pot because we're gonna cook those first before we cook the steak. Put about 2 tablespoons of olive oil and let that heat up in high heat. Alright, now that our potatoes are all peeled, we're gonna dice them up. You could dice them up or just cut them in whatever size you want. I like them diced up because it's smaller pieces and they get to cook faster. You could use whichever potato. I like the yellow potato because they're a little bit more tender and they cook faster. But whatever potatoes you guys want to use, that's fine too. Okay. Now let's add them to the pan. This is hot already. Careful. Because we don't want them sticking to the pan, so let's move them around. I want to cook these potatoes until they're a little bit brown, because once they're brown, I'm going to take them out and put the steak. But once I put the salsa, if I don't brown them, they'll get smushy. So I don't want them to be soft. I want them to be kind of crunchy. Alright, we'll leave them for a little while. Let them cook. Let's check our green tomatoes. Alright. Looking good. Leave it a little bit longer. Alright, now let's check on our tomatoes. Okay, now I'm turning it off. They're done already, ready to put in the blender. Let's check on our potatoes. Now it's already been past 10 minutes, and this is how I want them. I want them brown. And now we're going to lower the heat on the potatoes, and we'll leave them like 3 more minutes. Then we'll cover them up. Now we're going to bring our green tomatoes over here. We'll add them to our blender. Now these are serrano peppers, and they're a little bit spicier than your original jalapenos. So if you want to use one, you could blend it and taste it, but if you want it spicier, you could add the other serrano. And to this you don't need to add water because all the juices from the tomatoes are going to help it. We're going to add the cilantro in it and the pieces of onions. They go in there. And then we'll blend. Alright, now my salsa is blended. We're going to put it to the side. This to the side and wait till our potatoes are done. Now we're going to check our potatoes. Alright, the potatoes are ready. Turn off the stove. And we're going to put them on the side. I'm going to put this to the side. Turn our heat back on. Now I have chopped already here, sliced an onion, and we're going to put it in the pan. I'm going to let them cook for 3 minutes. Alright, now we're going to put our meat with the onions. I'm going to mix it up. And we're going to add a tablespoon of salt. Mix it up, and we're going to cover it and let it cook for about 10-15 minutes. We'll come back to it and check on it. Okay guys, it's been about 15 minutes and my meat is ready. Put the salsa in. So now we're going to add our salsa. everything together. We gotta make sure, taste the salsa. It needs a bit more salt, so we put more salt. So about half a teaspoon of salt. For you guys, you know, it's your taste. It's up to your taste, however you guys want it. Just mix it. And now we're going to cover it up and let it cook for another 5 minutes until all the meat juices incorporate with the salsa. And we'll get back to it. Alright, it's been past 5 minutes. We're going to add our potatoes. Mix it all together. At this point, we're going to turn off the heat because we don't need to overcook the potatoes. And that's it. We're all done with this. We'll see. Put it in our bowl. And you could use any side dish, rice, beans. And this is, guys, this is it. This is the way I make my steak with potatoes and green salsa. I hope you guys like it, and I'll see you next time.